Welcome back, and after working my boring ass 9 to 5, I chillax, I do smoking reviews, then I bust my ass some more, attend concerts, do vlogs, make money while taking risks, take lots of dabs and talk about mental health, and most importantly, we burn dabs, not people. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'll just get into it anyway. Because I've been thinking and realizing I haven't told y'all how I structure my videos. So I kind of have 4 different quadrants. One being whatever the fuck I want, because it's my mental health video and I can do whatever the fuck I want because I do YouTube for fun. This one will be specifically fucking reviews and straight cannabis related. This one, shit, what's my board saying? Mental health videos. And then in the last corner would be my successful stoner series. Basically, what that intent of that series was gonna be to basically prove that stoners aren't lazy and they can do shit. There are productive stoners out there, like Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, fucking Seth Rogen. I can list off many successful stoners that smoke weed and still get off their ass and do shit. Like, it's not the weed. The weed brings out the interpersonality traits. If your interpersonality is lazy as fuck, you're gonna be hella fucking lazy if you smoke weed. But if you're productive as fuck and smoke weed, you're gonna be hella fucking productive. It just depends on your personality type, in my opinion. But either way, I just wanted to apologize, because this video, in today's video, I'm still trying to decide where I'm gonna categorize it, but it's probably gonna be in the realm of we'll say mental health videos. We'll say mental health videos because, as some of the followers that are returning viewers know, I did have a surgery. I haven't posted anything about that. I probably won't. But I'm still 2-3 videos behind that I was editing before I had surgery. One of them being the Ice Cube concert vlog that I made. And then another one just being just a regular old review. It's kind of funny. I burned myself in it. It's supposed to be burned dabs, not people. That day was fucked. But either way, I plan on moving into other shit. I do plan on creating the 100 subscribers challenge. I'll do another video on that. Moving on. Basically, yeah, today's just gonna be called, actually, nope, I found out what this video is gonna be, what category. It may be a whatever the fuck I want category, and subcategory title name would be smoke time, or story time smoke sesh, or story, something like that. I'll work it out later, but yeah, you gotta have the triple alliteration or else people don't care. But yeah, no, that surgery set me back because I can't edit shit. I'll try to get it on the camera. This is awkward. Oh, that's real awkward. But basically, they went in there, and according to doctor terms, they unwound and rewound my tendon. And basically, if it'll focus, I just had a stitch there and a stitch there, and then they had a cross fucking dissolvable stitch that it doctor shit. Either way, since I had that surgery, I couldn't move my hand at all at first. I can move it now. Yes, it looks like I'm healed, but I cannot even pick over probably 2 pounds up. I struggle to carry 2 liters with my left hand. Sometimes it hurts to hold my phone. And yeah, all that tedious shit right there, that's what that surgery was supposed to fix. Because, and this, I can't do it with that hand. That motion right there, that's what I broke at work. Because I was lifting boxes all day and trying to get the fuck out of work. So I was doing twice the work because I was tired of people being lazy. And long story short, that fucking hurt myself. But, before we move into the story time joint, let's everybody gather your shit, grab your weed, grab your blunts, grab your bongs. Get ready, pause it if you have to. Come back, and we'll light it at the same time, and I'll go along the stories of the last, basically 2 weeks of why I'm so far behind on my YouTube shit. It's kind of crazy, kind of not, depends on who you are, but go get your shit. I'm about to light this up. And I was just watching a video earlier. It was a music video because I've been studying music videos and I want to get into that field and editing and making music videos and producing that eventually because I like music myself. And I saw one of Ryan Upchurch's music videos and he's like, I ain't gonna ask y'all to like, comment, or subscribe. I'm just gonna say I love y'all. And I actually really like that. I don't give a fuck about likes, subscribers, comments no more. I'm doing it because I love what I'm doing and I love y'all and want to spread my knowledge of what I know and just have fun with it. So, with that being said, let's back it up to, let's say the surgery day. The day of surgery. I had the day off work, getting paid for surgery. My grandpa took the day off work because he had to drive me because I can't drive, and my girlfriend don't have her license yet, so she can't. Oh, she has an ID, but she can't drive yet. Long story short. And I hear y'all talking shit in the comments. I didn't get my license till I was 21, so eat a bag of dicks. But we get there. The nurse seems awfully friendly. Let's get this fucker going first. Like, awfully friendly. She was reading my name, and she read that I was from Hopkins, and she was like, you're from Hopkins, you say, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, what year you graduate? And I'm like, I graduated in 2021, but that was during COVID. I can't believe I just dropped that fucking joint and squealed like a little pig bitch. But she's like, oh, I went to Hopkins too. I graduated a couple years before you. And I don't know if that's what triggered it, because a little bit more about me real quick before I continue. I have what they call pseudo seizures, and they can be triggered by stress, or they can be triggered by literally thousands of variations of things. It depends on your personality, or PTSD, or your trauma sets, or whatever happened to you. It just depends. And for some reason, when I know someone and I'm in danger, like, I don't know, it's weird, I don't know. But the fact that I knew that nurse freaked me out, and she was trying to stick the IV in, and you know how normally, I don't know how many of y'all had surgery, but normally, they stick the IV in right here, every surgery I've had. Right in the wrist up here. This time, I can't pull my sleeve up that far. They were trying to go in like right in the middle of my forearm. And at first, that threw me the fuck off. I was like, what are you doing? But I was like, she's the nurse. She knows what she's doing. And then she sticks it in, and then she's like, talking about how athletes have, super hard veins to find and stuff, and then she's like, you have a very athletic and muscular structure, even though you just work in a warehouse. And I'm like, yeah, I'd still pick up and move a lot of shit, but yeah, no, I'm naturally athletic. And she's struggling, and then all of a sudden it's starting to hurt. It's starting to like burn. And then I don't know much about doctor stuff, but I did have a bunch of EMT friends, and they were talking about how you have to be careful putting needles in and injecting shit. That's why doctors, when they like fill the vial up and they like flow it out, like they squish it out and it squirts out the top, to make sure it squirts because they don't want to put any air into your bloodstream. And for some reason, I just thought about air in my bloodstream and I started freaking out. And then I calmed myself down and I was like, she put it in, and then she kept fiddling and preparing me for my surgery. And then I was like, ma'am, is this supposed to hurt still? Because it kind of hurts a lot. And she's like, no, it's not supposed to hurt. And as soon as she said that, that's when I started freaking out. Like, bad. I'm like, oh, that's not supposed to happen? Okay. And then she takes it out, she pads it with the cotton, and then she told me to just hold the pressure there, and I was like, alright, I got it. I'm gonna say I'm good. And then fucking all I remember after that is I was literally, this was it. I was holding it after she did that, and then I wake up and I see like 3 to 4 nurses around me. Just 2 to 3 of them looked at me super concerned, and then I see the 4th one coming in, or maybe 3. I don't know. I was kind of out of it, and I'm just like, I didn't have a hat on, but I'm just like caressing my hair because it's like somewhat getting longer now. I just tuck it back in my hat, but I was just caressing my hair, trying to calm myself down. And then that nurse came in and she's like, oh, he's fine. It's just a pseudo seizure. And I was tripping because I kind of lied to the doctors when I started having these when I was roughly 16. And because I heard my buddy is epileptic, and he said if you tell the doctors you have seizures, they're going to take your license away. And I did not want that to happen. So basically kind of being dumb with my health, and fucking just didn't telling him. And then my girlfriend's telling him, yeah, it happens sometimes. It happened during the Mike Tyson fight, and it didn't happen during that boring ass Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. It happened during that Katie chick's fight. I don't remember the names, but I just remember Katie and that one girl's eye. That fucked me up. I thought her face was falling off. But after that, she gets the IV in. We're moving along. They're pumping the IV took forever to pump in. They said to make sure I was hydrated before surgery, and I was like, why the fuck why tell me no water before surgery then? If I need to be hydrated, in my head, I would just drink water. Like, but anyway, then the anesthesiologist comes in. And he comes in and tells me everything. And he's like, so you're going to be awake this whole surgery. And I was like, the fuck you mean I'm going to be awake this whole surgery? Like, did the nurses not tell you I just had a freak out over a fucking IV? And he was like, yeah, no, I'm aware. But literally like 60 to 80% don't even remember. Because they're high on drugs, basically. And I'm like, oh, okay, so basically I won't remember. And then I remember them walking away, and then, speaking of which, after I had the seizure, I forgot to tell this part. Fucking, I look over, and out my room, I see, like, there's a couple other rooms, like, there's one right here, and one right here, and they're separated by curtains. And there's an older couple in this one that's directly in front of me. And I just look over after I had my freak out, and I'm like sweating my ass off because I was just using every bit of my muscles. And I see the husband looking at his wife, looking at me, looking at the fucking doctor, just looking everywhere, freaking out. And then the wife's like, calm down, that ain't gonna happen to you. And then he's like, what the fuck you mean, just calm down? Like, that's what he was doing. It was funny as fuck to me. But moving on, they wheel me into the OR room, and this part was funny as fuck too. I fucking get wheeled in there, and then I hear the nurses that are prepping the station, like grabbing the fucking, I'm just gonna call them scalpels and shit, I'm not a doctor, but grabbing the knives, grabbing the gloves, grabbing everything, prepping the surgeon's table. And I hear the nurse just say, guys, I don't know what to do. I need help personally in my life. And they're like, what? What's wrong? And it's a female nurse that says she needs help. And she's like, well, I finally find a good babysitter that I can afford, but my son keeps hitting on her. And at first she just played it as a compliment, but now she's texted me 3 times today and said it's starting to become a problem. And now the guy nurses start laughing their asses off, and they're like, well, you know, your son's not gay. And she's like, no, seriously, I need help. And she's like, everybody's like, well, how old's your son? He's like 16. She's like, just have him fucking babysit. And then the fucking anesthesiologist came in at that point in time and just grabbed an oxygen mask and just came in all scary fucking like and was like, I'm gonna put oxygen in you so you might pass out. And I'm like, the fuck? And so I just, at that point, I'm like, nah, it's under my control. I'm intentionally passing out. I'll just close my eyes and hopefully I wake up and it's all over. And then, fuck, kinda got talking. I wake up, it's all over. And I'm just sitting there talking, and like, it says it wasn't like a full on surgery, like underneath 100% anesthesiology or whatever shit, big science words. Normally, like, I'm all paralyzed and shit, and like, I can't fucking move, and I'm trying to use all my muscles to move. But this time, I was upright sitting and just in a mid-conversation about how I need to get back into learning martial arts. And I have no fucking clue why. That's the conversation I was snapped into consciousness into. And I was like, okay, I'm talking about martial arts. And then as soon as I realized I was conscious and talking about martial arts, I'm like, why the fuck are we still here? What's going on? And then after surgery, I'm fucking healing up, taking lots of dabs, healing up, reconnecting with family because they're helping me and shit, realizing I was kind of a fucking asshole sometimes and I say things I fucking shouldn't. And then I was cleaning the apartment and I tripped and fell. And I fell towards this arm, and I didn't want to just, because it said no outward pressure onto the hand. So the only thing I could think of was to prop up and do this and fucking fall straight on my elbow, because I couldn't do a hip switch in time. Like, I was mid-air, like I couldn't do nothing. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm smoking a bong and I'm like, babe, I don't like this. My hand feels cold and wet. I think I busted my stitches and I'm bleeding. And I was too scared to open it. I didn't want to have a freak out and tense all my muscles and fucking rip it open more. So I just fucking left it. And then the day it said I was supposed to take it off and clean it, I waited another day because I was like, nah, I need a little bit more healing time. I ripped it open. And then, yeah, no, it was fucking bleeding. And all the gauze that they put on after my surgery was stuck to my skin and stuck to my stitches. So I literally had to grab an X-Acto knife, a Q-tip, and some water. And I had to grab the Q-tip and moisten the gauze pad, but not my stitches, because if I moistened the stitches, they would dissolve. So I had to moisten the blood on the gauze pad to get the blood loose, and then I had to carefully take my right hand and just be a little doctor and with a razor blade and cut the gauze off. And then I rubbed a bunch of Vaseline and petroleum jelly over it, and then went in and got the stitches taken out, and they're like, it's healing good, it's not infected. And I was like, good. That was a big concern of mine. And then once I got the stitches out, they said I gotta start moving it more, and I was instantly sent back to work like the week after surgery. Like, I was like, why the fuck am I even at work? And then I had my checkup, get that done, and it just hurts. Like, it don't hurt right now, But like if I move too much, it hurts. If I grab something like too quick, it hurts. And the doctor told me if you feel yourself healing, because every more and more every day I feel more motion, but there's no strength coming. And he's like, once you feel yourself start to like heal, and then it starts plateauing and just not healing anymore, that's when I got to go back in. And I don't know yet. My next checkup appointment's coming up. We'll find that out. But after my checkup appointment, this is when shit starts hitting the fan. Y'all might want to pack another bowl if y'all ain't smoked the first one. But as I'm surgeryed up and fucking dealing with that, I went to just drive my girlfriend and me to work. I was gonna drop her off to her farm she works at, and then I was gonna head to work. And I get like a mile, and then I pass the gas station that's down the road by my house, and I just start overheating. And it's the middle of a winter storm. I should not be overheating when it's cold out. Like, what's going on? My only conclusion was when I did a radiator flush, I didn't get all the water out, and the water froze my radiator block. So I had to fucking... We'll get to how I fixed it, but we gotta get to the story of this. And it keeps overheating, and we didn't have any money on us at that time because I left my wallet at home, and we needed to grab my girlfriend's check from her work so I could cash it first, and then fucking get shit rolling. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just keep trucking to work. And then I was just trying to truck it to work. It was kind of stupid. I see it now. It was very stupid to keep trying to truck it to work. I should have just drove home the first time I overheated, because the first time I overheated, I was literally probably a 10-minute walk from home, and I probably could have just drove home before I overheated it that many times. And by the second, third time it kept overheating, I was like, fuck it, this is the last time, I'm gonna start it, and we have to go home. Like, I can't just do this is bad for it. I can't keep restarting it. I can't keep overheating my car. That's bad for the motor. I'm like, we just gotta go home. Starting to get resined up. But as I go to start it on that last fuck it, we're gonna go home, my battery is not strong enough to start it. It just goes click, 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 click. And then I go to do it again, just click, 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 click. And I'm like, oh, okay. Grab the jump pack in the car. Put that on. Still clicking. Jump pack's too dead. And then at that point, I'm like, okay, it's fucking cold out. And then needless to I didn't say this before, I had no heat in my car before this. Like, no heat. My heater core went out, and that was a whole nother story in the summer, but my heater core went out, so I bypassed it. So I had no heat this whole time. And if y'all know anything about heater cores, if that goes out, you're kind of fucked. Because if you don't replace it, you ain't got no heat. If you take it to a shop to replace it, you're paying $800 if it's a one-day job, or $200, or not. If it's a two-day job, you're paying closer to fucking $1,100, $1,200. And if you got a budget car that's worth like $1,000, you literally might as well buy a new car. So I like to do things myself, so I said, fuck that, I'm buying a heater core as soon as I get paid. And it's literally because of this, of what just happened, what I'm about to explain. This is exactly why I got my heater core done, and I fucking watched a YouTube video, and I spent 25 hours on my weekend, on my days off, while surgeryed up and fucked up and can't do anything. I still got my car assembled and ready in time to go back to work and have heat, so I can avoid this situation. It was fucked. Car's dead. And as soon as I get out the car and realize it's dead, I'm like, okay, we gotta go, or I'm gonna flag this car down. I see a car coming out my peripheral. So I instantly stand in the middle of the road. That was kind of stupid, but I needed them to see me because I had this fucking orange hoodie on for work. And fuck, joint went out again. And I flagged them down, and I was like, hey man, my car's too dead. I literally just need a ride home so I can grab a different car. and hook up the jumper cables and jump it and have my girlfriend drive it home. And he's like, I totally will after I drop my kid off to daycare. And at first I was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm a mile that way. You would literally not be late. And then I just was like, you know what? Just go. Because as soon as he drove away, I saw the kid. He was a little kid. He was dropping his kid off to daycare. Like, if I was that dad in his shoes, I would have done the same thing. I was like, I will grab you on the way back when I'm by myself. I don't want you sitting in the back seat next to my kid. I don't know you two. And that's fair. That is totally respectable and fair. But, as soon as he left, because he was like, if you find another ride, take it. It's cold. Like, handle yourself. And I was like, all right, I will. But, if you see me on your way back, just scoop me up. And he was like, all right, I will. And then as soon as he left, I told my girlfriend, I'm like, we can't stay here. We gotta fucking go. So I turned my fucking car off. I grabbed the blankets I had in my car because I have no heat, so I have blankets in my car. Told my girlfriend to wrap herself in the blankets, and then I said, we gotta start fucking hoofing it. And at the point we were, like, say, this point right here is my house, and then I drove up. This is where I started overheating. I ended up continuing to drive over here and drive this way, which was like 2.5 miles away from this point. And my house is at this point. And my mom's house, it's off camera, but it's at this point. So from this point to this point, my mom, to get to me, was roughly 8-10 miles away. And it was 4:30 in the morning. Like, I was on my way to work. We didn't have time for that. Like, I wasn't thinking about calling my mom. I was like, we gotta fucking go. I gotta take care of my girlfriend. You're my priority. We gotta fucking go. And then I grabbed my jump pack because it still had battery enough to turn the flashlight on. So I grabbed the jump pack, turned that on, and then I said, we gotta go. We start walking it because from where we broke down to the gas station, it's roughly, I wanted to say 1.5 miles, 2 miles. And if you speed walk or jog, you can make that quick enough. Like, I was an athlete. Like, I haven't ran in a while, but when I was running, my personal best was 6 minutes and 65 seconds. 6 minutes and 65 seconds. 6 minutes and 55 seconds. It's not the greatest, but 7 minutes a mile. We only needed to make it 2 miles, and I know that frostbite can kick in after 15 minutes. All we had to do was jog for 2 miles. But my girlfriend can't do that because she's not as athletic as me. So I had to keep walking, keep motivating her. And then I was trying to flag more cars down because it's fucking cold. Like, it was cold. This was during a blizzard storm. And I'm walking with the flashlight, walking one-handed, guiding my girlfriend with my surgery hand because the fucking battery pack's too heavy for my surgery hand. So I'm guiding her, trying to keep her pushing along like they do in cross country when they're training. Like, come on, we gotta keep going. Come on, come on, come on. And then we're trying to flag cars down, and I'm flagging cars down, and they're speeding up past me. And I basically just kept saying, fuck you, fuck that. That's a done, wasted effort. I just gotta keep going and stay warm. And then, but needless to say, I didn't have winter shoes. Like, normally I'm in my car and my feet are warmer, and I did end up getting mild frostbite from this, but I'll post up pictures. Don't mind my dirty, nasty fucking feet. I just want pictures of when it happened. Don't worry about it. If you don't want to see it, you can skip past it. But yeah, I'm trying to get my girlfriend there, and then as I'm walking and pushing my girlfriend, my mom calls me. At this point, I don't know what time it was, but she calls me because my grandma woke up from a dead sleep and was like, you need to call your son and check in on him, because if I don't know about you guys, if you believe in spiritual connections, or if you are connected to God like me and my family are, and like believe in God and avidly search for guidance from him and spiritual awakenings, it's crazy. My grandma still has got her intuition. She woke up from a dead sleep, called my mom, and told her to call me to check on me. And my mom's like, why? And my grandma's like, just fucking do it. So my mom did. And I was like, yeah, I kind of can't fucking talk right now. And as I was pulling and fumbling, trying to get my phone out because I heard my phone ringing, I dropped my keys, didn't know that. I dropped my jump pack and I broke the charger to it, so even when I got home, I couldn't charge the jump pack anymore, so I was double fucked. And I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but you call at the worst fucking times all the time, but it's also kind of a perfect time because I need your help. I'm currently walking on blah blah blah, start coming to pick me up. My plan is to walk to the gas station, get warm, and then keep trucking if you don't make it to me in time. Like, I needed to have a plan just in case she didn't make it. And, yeah, back to this part. As I'm about halfway to the gas station, a mile in, I realized I dropped my keys. So I told my girlfriend to keep walking, and I had to walk back another quarter to a half mile to find my keys. In the snow, in the dark, with frozen fingers and frozen toes, and in cloth skater boy van shoes. Like, they're not meant for winter. And then I ran up to my girlfriend, which that warmed me up. Running back to her warmed me up a lot. And then as soon as we get back to town and the gas station's like 5-minute walk away, I see my mom coming in my brother's truck. She picks us up and we get us to warmth, and then yeah, we get home, come to find out, yeah, I have fucking frostbite. I'll throw those pictures up now. But I have fucking frostbite on both my feet. I almost didn't, I honestly thought I was gonna have permanent damage, but it ended up being mild frostbite. I had to, and this was the real fucking kicker, as I'm going to get fucking water, our fucking water's frozen. Our pipes froze. So I had to fucking just wait a little bit, and I didn't realize it, but so once it turned on and it was heating up, it finally bursted through, and my fucking feet are hurting at this point. And we only have warm water. Like, it's not hot, it's only warm water. And for treating frostbite, that's perfect. But the water was probably like, I want to say 90 to 100 degrees, like almost body temperature. But like in my hand, it felt cold. But as soon as I fucking put my foot in it, it felt like I was boiling my foot alive. Like, it did not feel good at all. But I knew I had to keep my feet in there so they'd fucking get back to their fucking core body temperature and not fucking start decaying my body tissue. So, yeah, I get my frostbite taken care of, and then I have to fix my water. And as I'm fixing the water situation, and I don't know if many of you guys know this and have been in this unfortunate predicament, but if your water freezes, you only get one good flush. My girlfriend used the good flush. So, I'm filling up a jug of water, and I have the toilet lid off. As I'm filling the toilet lid up, my cat comes up to the toilet and just smacks the fucking lid off and shatters it. So now, I have a toilet lid that's held together by duct tape. It is what it is. Keep rolling with the punches. It's been a hell of a week so far. And then, once I get the fucking shit unfrozen, my pipe's unfrozen. I remember, oh shit, my car's still fucked. It keeps overheating. And then we get it into the fucking pull bar, and we get one of those kerosene ready heaters. We start blasting it on there. And then I was like, alright, there's nothing else we can do. My toes are still fucking kind of cold and frostbite, so I guess I'll take a nap and warm my toes up while the car's defrosting. And then I woke up from a dead sleep and was like, I just had a strange feeling. I'm like, I gotta go check on the car. So I go check on the car, and good thing I did, because the kerosene heater we had it on, even though it was like 5 feet, 8 feet away from the car, all that heat was pointed right at my tire and engine bay, because we wanted to thaw my engine. And that tire was so hot, that bitch was about to pop. Or I don't know if it was gonna, but it was getting hot, so I had to move it. So good thing I checked it. And then, after we get it thawed, and actually get good antifreeze coolant in it. Antifreeze coolant. Not water, guys. Don't be cheap in winter, because you'll be fucked. But, we get that fixed, and then, I'm like, no, we can't fucking do this. I am never going through that again. And I don't have the money right now to just go out and buy a fucking car. Like, I'm unfortunately, currently, still living paycheck to paycheck. It's sad to say, but I am. That's why I created this channel, to help monetize and do things. And basically quit my fucking job, because I fucking hate it. And speaking of which, I can't quit. I got like roughly 2.7 years till I can quit. Because at my company, I could just quit and take, not quit, but like I could take my fucking payout, like everything I want, if I wanted to. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to use that money to start actually becoming an entrepreneur and making business deals and making real estate deals. But my main mission is, I want to create my own weed farm. I've been to the cannabis training, I've college or whatever, university, I've done that. I've grown myself for years. I've learned by someone that's grown for 50 to 60 years himself before he even taught me. So, like, I know shit. Gotta restart this. I'm just talking. But I'm never going through that again. So the heater core is only $60. I'm like, I can afford that. The only shitty part is, yeah, heater cores are a lot of fucking labor, and you need to know what the fuck you're doing. So I had to spend a couple hours watching YouTube videos, called my buddy over, he helped me for like 5 hours till he gave up and went home at like 11:30 midnight. And then I kept trucking till like 2 in the morning till I got pissed and tired. And then I took like, no, I took a good night's sleep. I took an 8-hour nap, and then I woke up and kept trucking until it was done. And yeah, after 20 to 25 hours, I got her done, and then I only got to sleep 4 hours before work. But good thing I got that 8-hour nap between fixing the cart, so it evened out. But, oh my god, it's been a struggle this week. That's another reason why I wanted to post this video as like an unedited, unscripted video, just a little smoking TED Talk, if you will. Because you can still get your shit straight. Because literally all of this happened after I came up with the plan. Like, spiritual warfare is a thing. I don't know what you believe in or what religion or whatever, what have you. But if you don't believe there's positive and negative forces working against or with you, you're fucking stupid. It doesn't matter if you want to call it the positive force Jesus, the positive force God, or if you want to just call it fucking Buddha or the fucking just the universe. It doesn't fucking matter. There's positive and negative energy. It's literally all in science. There's positive and negative ions. Pretty simple. And then back to spiritual warfare. I almost forgot shit, but I'm getting better at my fucking spiritual warfare. Every time I notice I'm starting to forget something, I know something's trying to make me forget and be lazy. Because I don't know if any other YouTuber or anybody else experienced this. You're at work all day. You're hyped. You're motivated. You have a plan to get shit done when you get home. And then when you get home, you just pass the fuck out. Like, you literally want to do nothing and just, like, fucking hate the world, kind of. That's spiritual warfare. You came up with a plan. You were going to execute it. They interfered. You didn't execute your plan. So I just noticed, as soon as I noticed that was happening to me as well, like, that's what's been pushing me back. That's what pushes so many people back. Is they come up with a great plan, great idea. Doesn't even matter if they're successful or not. They'll be happy with it. But those, the devil, whatever, the negative forces, just for the video's sake, the negative forces, they come at you, they eat you, they feed into your insecurities. They're like, nah, maybe you can't do this. Maybe this is too much on your plate. Like, maybe this plate's too big. You're gonna choke and die. Like, you gotta fucking scrape all this off. You can't eat all that. You that's not for you. That's what those fucking negative forces are telling you. Like, that's not for you. That's fucking yours. Take it. And if you're actually full on all that fucking good shit that's meant for you, take a break. Because within time, it's like a muscle. Anything's like a muscle. Or a language. I got a bottle cap. Like, I don't know. I get bottle caps. So I don't know if you guys have this in your states or certain states, but those hard Jones sodas that come with the little messages on the top. I get those, and ever since I was 16, I felt like every time I got one, it was specifically geared towards me and helped me think about a different perspective in the situation I was dealing with. And it actually, like, every time I was like, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck in a situation, I go get a Jones soda, I read the cap, and it's fucking weird. Those positive forces started working for me, and they started pushing the messages towards me. Like, they like there's shit being done that you can't see. Like, oh my god, I wish I could describe it so much better. Like, ever since I made a conscious decision, I started learning about manifesting too, but as soon as I made a conscious decision that this is my thing, I'm gonna start doing this, the Jones soda caps, to help get outward perspective and gain knowledge from my situation. As soon as I made that conscious decision, the positive forces were like, oh, this is what he does. This is what clicks in his brain. We'll keep pushing this for him. It could be anything for you. Like, if y'all can do it with fucking fortune cookies. Like, just start it with fortune cookies. Or just anything you start doing that's good for you and good for others. Because it can't just be selfish. It can't just be good just for you, because that's just selfish. It's got to be good for everyone. That karmic balance, them karmic points. But damn, this for a $30 ounce, this shit got me fucking bugging. I'm all over the place. But back to the spiritual warfare. They're literally going to attack you at every point in time they can. Every point in time. Like, I'm actually going to tell you a story about my friend. I ain't going to say names, but I'm going to tell a story about my friend. And this is when I saw the negative forces. I call them demons. I say them demons in them. There's demons in them. Because of that one dude that created that little animated short about Mike Tyson. He's like, I'm about to release the demons. That shit was funny. But either way, I call them demons. I believe in a God. Yes, I believe in God. I follow Jesus. I follow Christian. I've been researching all religions, low-key. I wanted to find out the absolute truth. And so far, oh my god, so many of y'all are gonna call me fucking crazy for this. Like, but my conscious belief and decision. Fuck, why am I getting so fucking twisted? See, they're trying to get me off balance. Gotta remember. What the fuck was I just talking about? Okay. What the fuck was I just talking about? God damn it. I shouldn't say that either, but fuck. What the fuck was I just gonna talk about? Oh, yeah, my buddy Brad and his demons. See, they're trying to prevent me from spreading this message. Like, they literally are. I fuck it every time. Like, I'm known for having a great memory. This is fucked. They're attacking me. But, either way, my buddy Brad was just making a bunch of ungodly and unholy decisions. And, okay, back to what I call God. I was trying to find, that's what I remember. That's what my truth was that I found. This is a whole nother little tidbit story, but I'll have to make another video on that, talking about it entirely. But long story short, I was doing research for months on months on months. And then I stumbled upon shit, the Anunnaki, and then I noticed how all the Anunnaki beliefs and stories about them, they all lined up with the story of the Christianity, the Jesus. They all lined up with the story of Buddha. They all lined up with the story that's in the Quran. Like, they all lined up, and they happened to be like, it was just like a pattern recognition thing that clicked in my head. Like, they're all talking about the same thing. So in my head, I was like, so what would technically be older? I feel like the concept of an Anunnaki alien, quote unquote. I only say alien because that would be what today's terms of people called them. But think about it. The Anunnaki, known for being men. Actually, this is gonna be a crazy what the fuck video, Jesus. But if y'all are still following with me, thank you. I hope y'all are enjoying it so far, or what I'm killing time and just making your day pass, and y'all are killing the hustle and killing the grind and just finding spots to kill time. But fucking the Anunnaki and the Mark of the Beast, I'll get into that. I'm gonna make a specific video about the Mark of the Beast. But if you look at the Anunnaki, they are literally the same depiction of what I think, well, who was it? Ezekiel? I think Ezekiel is the one that saw the angel. I don't remember correctly right now. But whoever saw the angels, beings that had the fucking 4 faces of different animals and wings and a man's body, that's the Anunnaki. That's what they were depicted to look like, or they could be shape-shifting forms. And they created many versions of themselves, aka angels. Because if you learn about angels, there's more than just archangels. There's fucking archangels. There's There's God damn it! It's literally trying to prevent me from what they're called. What the fuck did I call it the other day? A cherubim. A cherubim's a type of fucking angel. And I keep seeing one in my dreams. It's crazy, but I keep seeing one. And maybe, do you see where I was going with this? Oh, okay, I remember. Never mind. I remember. The fucking Anunnaki, they're shape-shifting beings. And if you look at Christianity and all of his angels, they are man with wings. They are literally a man with wings. And that's what the Anunnaki is. They took that form. And they basically, what our depiction of the Anunnaki aliens in today's times, and what they did for us, or what God did for us. Like, I'm not trying to, like, blasphemize and fucking put God's name in vain. I'm just trying to fucking help describe this. Like, the description of God and what God is, I feel like that's what the Anunnaki is. Like, they are gods, quote unquote. They created everything. But in today's terms, we make it smaller and put the idea that they're aliens, that there's aliens out there, but they're angels. They're not aliens, they're angels. Or from the Christianic point, they're angels. Or in today's point, there's aliens. Like, back then, like, think about it. Thousands of years ago, there wasn't a term for a fucking alien. Like, that shit's new. That's a new term. Back then, they talked about the gods. So the gods are not... Yeah, like, you see where I'm going with this. Either way, I sense myself getting very, very off track. So, I'm gonna relight this. I'm gonna take a couple tokes. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all spiritually grow. I hope y'all spiritually learn. And keep an eye out for the videos that I'm going to keep putting out. Like, I know I'm behind, but, like, shit's happening. I just needed to make a little fucking unscripted video. I know it's super long. Thanks for staying if you stayed this whole time. but it's kind of all over the place. But that's why I wanted to make this video that was kind of playing into my ADHD. Like, I'm kind of all over the place, and I wanted to talk about everything, and I don't have time to edit everything, so I just wanted to throw a little video out there talking about the week I had, why I'm behind, what's going on, and basically how I'm planning on to move with the channel in the future, because I do plan on doing this more. I plan on structuring it better. I plan on fixing everything that's wrong, like cutting all the bad fat off. And I plan on growing more as a person and helping other people grow. Like, I read the Bible. I am a quote-unquote Christian. But I also want to spread the fact that, like, I know people have their own beliefs. I know there's atheists. I can't force my own beliefs on y'all. I know I can't do that. But I know I can at least connect, or try to connect, everyone's beliefs. And I feel like that description with the positive and negative forces, because I know everybody can agree on that at least. There is positive and negative forces. You have good days and you have bad days. And basically, I know y'all can sense their shit coming. Y'all know deep down what you have to do to move on and get better and move on in life and just spiritually grow and actually achieve the pursuit of happiness. And notice, I think it's getting a little longer, I'm about to ramble again, but just think about how smart Thomas Jefferson was when he wrote that. The pursuit of happiness. Even back then, they knew that no one's happy forever. You have ups, you have downs, and it's scientifically proven through roller coasters and physics that ups and downs will get you farther and faster in life. And one of my personally favorite quotes, how can you truly appreciate the good times, the perfect, the paradise, if you haven't experienced the bad, quote-unquote, hell, the horrible times? So, I'm basically finally figuring out I'm finally figuring out where the channel's going, the type of person I am, and what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm a prophet, I don't know if I'm a preacher, all I know is I have to put out what I believe. So, I'm going to start making more actual cannabis review videos and talking about dispensaries and shit and comparisons, because for one, it's a God-given plant, I believe that, and that's a damn fact. So it's a giving, healing plant. There's different strains, they affect the body differently for a certain reason, different prescriptions. Duh. And then I'm gonna move on to making more mental health videos, because that's mainly why I wanted to do this, was mental health awareness. I've been doing it my whole fucking life. Like, it fucking sucks, but mental health is a serious problem in this fucking world. And then more on the successful stoners theories, just mapping and tracking my journey of basically being fucking paycheck to paycheck fucking broke to being a successful stoner. And then more of whatever the fuck I want videos, because that cleanses my mental health, and sometimes y'all like them. And with the mental health, I just gotta keep spreading my beliefs. Read your Bible, people. Connect with, or I can't force beliefs, but I can preach. I'm gonna say, go spiritually grow. I can't say read your Bible, read your Quran, because not everybody reads the Bible. Not everybody's ready to do it. Not everybody's ready to convert to what they want to believe in for the rest of their life. All I can say is take time to self-reflect, build yourself, and spiritually grow. I love y'all. I'm about to get stoned.